All right, here are the third college football playoff rankings. Michella Chester here with NCAA Digital. The top 7 remains the same this week with Georgia on top, followed by Bama, Oregon, and Ohio State. We will likely see Georgia and Alabama facing off for the SEC championship in Atlanta. Oregon and Ohio State stay at 3 and 4 this week, followed by Cincinnati, who stays put at number 5, a program-high CFP ranking for them. Then Michigan and Michigan State. After number 7, we have some changes in the top 10 following Oklahoma's first loss on the season. Notre Dame moved up into the number 8 slot after it took down Virginia last weekend. Oklahoma State gets a 1-spot boost as well. They took down TCU over the weekend 63-17. And finally, Wake Forest enters the top 10 at number 10, jumping 2 spots following its big, close win over NC State 45-42. Sam Hartman set a new program record for career and single-season passing touchdowns. Let's move on to the rest of the top 25 and notable movements. Oklahoma takes a plunge to number 13, 5 spots down following its first loss to Baylor. Baylor moved up to number 11 after breaking the nations-long winning streak previously held by OU going back to 2020. Ole Miss jumped 3 spots to number 12 following its 29-19 win over Texas A&M. The Rebels finished with 504 yards of total offense, with Matt Corral throwing for 247 yards. Texas A&M fell to number 16 after the loss. The Aggies dropped 5 spots, tied with Oklahoma for the biggest drop, but they still remain in the top 20. Wisconsin is up 3 spots to number 15. NC State is down to number 20 after losing to Wake Forest. And Arkansas jumps 4 spots to number 21 following its overtime win over LSU. Lastly, Houston and Mississippi State enter the poll this week at number 24 and 25, respectively. Houston took down Temple 37-8. And Mississippi State, despite a 6-4 record, enters the poll following its big win over Auburn. Auburn fell out of the rankings entirely. We have got 3 top 25 ranked matchups this week to look forward to, starting with Arkansas taking on Bama in Tuscaloosa. In the Big Ten, Ohio State will take on Michigan State in Columbus. That's number 4 versus number 7. And lastly, in the Pac-12, number 3 Oregon versus number 23 Utah, with just 2 weeks left in the regular season.